Hey guys, it's me Kay. This is my new investment channel, OhKayInvesting, and let's just jump into it. Oh, I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to say that anymore, but you know what? Philip DeFranco, don't sue me, bro. So guys, for my first video, I think this is a very interesting, intimate time to get to know each other. So I'll start. Who am I? So I am Kay. I'm 24 years old. I currently work in investment banking, and I do some other things on the side, but we'll get into that in a different video. Wow, that sounded a lot more shady than I expected it to. With everything that's going on, I think now is a very good time to start getting more into entrepreneurial spirit, creating YouTube channels, creating side businesses, anything you can. So I just thought, you know, this is a really great time to just start an investment channel, and I'm going to detail my journey. So I can definitely go into what I do for my work more in a different video. I think that may be interesting for like 2 people. But I think an important thing is going over what actually got me interested in finance/investing. So I'm not even really sure which way to put this, because in my bullet points now I've got financing/investing and got my journey, but technically my journey began before then. So let's just kind of say I've always been interested in money, always wanted to have more of it. I don't know whether, I think that's kind of a normal thing for most people. And going through a journey of, I wouldn't say chasing money, I would say more that I've chased the skills that I knew were going to make me money. I think that's always a better thing to put it. And one thing that I've kind of realized through just my 24 years of life, God, I sound like an old man. I think a lot of people kind of specialize in just one thing. Like, loads of people will go super hard just trying to maximize their skill set in one thing, whereas I've tried to, I wouldn't say I'm a master at anything. The one thing that I would say I'm very good at is learning a new skill. Using that and trying to learn loads of different things, I've opened myself to loads of different avenues to be able to make money, and investing is definitely one new avenue which I've been highly interested in. And now I've been investing for about over 6 months, about 7 months now. And yeah, it's been a great journey. So again, I could go very in depth with my journey, but this is just kind of an introductory video to me. Like, I'll go into detail of every single part of like my investment life eventually. Yeah, just give me some more videos to make later on so I don't completely run out of ideas straight away. Just to kind of give it a tiny bit more background, I did go to uni, I did computer systems engineering, and during that I also did a year in industry. I think one thing that we learn in schools definitely pushed heavily on us is, what do you want to do? You know, what you're going to do with your life. And to be fair, a lot of my life I had no idea what I was going to do. Like, I know I said I work in investment banking, but I never I never knew I was going to be there. It's literally just by chance. Which is definitely a story I'll tell later on. Just through that whole process, and especially my year in industry, a key motivating factor, I worked in a specific pharmaceutical company which I will not name. While I was there, I didn't learn what I wanted to do, but I definitely learned what I do not want to do. A very important thing during that time is I was just working, right? One of my team members had just finished 30 years working at this place, and my team leader brought us all together and was like, oh, this is a really big deal. Just to make this more interesting, I'll just call this guy Dave. Okay, so Dave, he's finished 30 years working at Pharmaceutical Incorporated. Well done, you know, let's all gather around. Okay, Dave, for your 30 years of hard work, I'm going to give you 1 day off, a certificate, which looked like it was made on like freaking Publisher, and $100. I've ranted about this so many times, and I don't know whether it just makes me come across as entitled or something, but I thought, for 30 years of your life, 30 years, am I the only one that thought, okay, I'm never devoting so much of my own life to a company that quite clearly, you know, just doesn't respect that? I don't know, some people may be like, oh, that's a really good thing, and at least they did something. But no, 30 years, that's longer than I've been alive, man. Like, 30 years of your life and you get 1 day off, a Publisher certificate, and $100. You know, I'm sure most of you watching this now, you've probably gotten more money than that for Christmas. I don't know what to say. So like, that was a burning desire in me. It's like, you know, one day I'm going to work for myself. I'm going to do my own things. I can't just rely on one stream of income, you know. And I think like loads of people, especially on the investment Instagram community, kind of seem to think the same way. There's loads of other stories like that which I'll definitely share, but that definitely started my interest in just personal finance and just more ways to make more money for myself, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's not even chasing money, it's chasing the ability to do what you want. I think that is the main thing, because I see so many, especially during that year in the industry, I saw so many people that, you know, when you first start, everyone was like, oh yeah, this is the best thing ever, this is so great, and then you actually work there 6 months in, everyone's like, oh yeah, do you know what, we actually hate it. Every time we want to leave, they just offer us more money, which is the only reason why we're there. If everyone was more financially free, I think more people would be actually doing what they actually want, you know, and just seeing how short life can be, it's like, why not live your life how you actually want? Also, in speaking to loads of my friends, this is going to be super jumbled now, so this is going to be super fun editing, but one of the things that's really annoyed me with other people my age is just not understanding the importance of finance and financial literacy. I had so many people that were somewhat close to me trying to just teach them about understanding finance, like stop wasting money on stupid things, like, you know, and just people just don't take it seriously until it starts to bite them in the ass. Through my investment journey, I eventually discovered Robinhood. I tried to sign up to in like 2015, like went on their waiting list, and like obviously that just hasn't happened. Robinhood still hasn't come to the UK. So eventually I was like, okay, what are the UK similar kind of investing apps? Because I've heard about, like, you know, you can use your banks to invest, you can create like investment platforms for your banks, but they're charging you £12 every time you want to make a trade, or every time you want to buy or sell something. Do I have douchebag like stamped on my head? That is not how things should work anymore. So then, you know, I found this beautiful investment platform called Free Trade. Yeah, and they're really good. A free platform that you can buy and sell stocks for essentially free, and it's a really good platform. So probably right now on the screen I'm just kind of showing you the general interface and like what it looks like. It's really good because it can sort things out by different industries. It can let you know different ETFs as well as like different sectors that you can go into, and it's just a really nice looking platform, and the team is really nice. I actually went to one of their events. I don't know whether I'll be sticking up a photo of that now, because I feel like if you're putting your money into something, you should kind of know where it's going, you know. So just being able to see the team that are working on this platform, understanding how they've actually set up the platform, which is very interesting, but it's a bit technical, so I won't go into it. It's a good thing, and their customer support is really good. Just saying, if you want to begin investing, there's probably some links that I've put down below which will enable you to get a free share if you top up. You have to create an account, sign some forms obviously for tax reasons, and then if you top up at least £1, then you'll get a free share, I think valued between £200 or £200. But yeah, my goal with all of this is to generally get to a point that the income that I'm earning through the things that I invest in generally match my wage or generally surpass it. So I just want to get to a point where if I choose to continue working, it's because I want to, not because I have to. And just having that freedom, knowing that, okay, while I'm sleeping, I'm earning money. I don't have to do anything and I'm earning money, you know, and I'm putting my money in good places. I'm sure, like, to my viewers that may have gone to uni, or like, you don't even have to go to uni to have made this mistake. You know, we all reached that point in our lives where we look back at ourselves and we're like, oh my god, like, we were absolutely terrible with money. Like, absolutely terrible with money. That experience for me was uni, first year specifically. And I just want to be a lot more responsible with my money and just know that the K in 20 years time is looking at the K of today and it's like, yo, well done. Thank you. I can now, sip martinis, Jesus, I can sip, my record legs in my freaking mansion. Maybe I don't need a mansion because I'm still renting at that time because I'm still super cheap, but, I'm still doing whatever I want to at that point in time, not because, because I'm financially free at this point. I know lots of people throw that term around on the internet and it's kind of cringy, but at the same time, it's not about the money, it's about the freedom, and unfortunately, in the way that the world currently works, unless if due to this current situation and the government just prints so much money that essentially monopoly money is more useful. But at least in the way the world currently works, money is very important in nearly every aspect of life. And it just enables you to do so many things that you otherwise just couldn't. I'm not saying you need money to be happy, but, the lack of money definitely doesn't create happiness, I can tell you that for sure. Those are generally my investment goals. So my goal with this channel is just to try and educate people as much as I can, because like as much as I want to be wealthy myself, the kind of personality that I have, I feel some kind of way getting to a specific level and not bringing people up with me, if that makes any sense. So this whole, during this 7 months or however many months that I've been learning, I've actively been trying to teach people with me, because, you know, I don't want to just be that one guy that's made it by himself. It's like, no, everybody else around me, my friends, my family, you know, they should learn all these same things, because it's just as useful for me as it is for them, you know. But I think one thing I've painfully realized is a lot of people don't care. Like, they do not care. And with my kind of personality, it's really kind of annoying, especially when I see them actively doing things that go against just... I think we all know that one person that complains about money all the time, but then you just see them wasting it, or they see them topping up their credit cards, or like, you know, just, I know, like, who am I to judge what other people are doing? But it's like, at the same time, if you are actively complaining about your financial situation, there's someone willing to tell you how you can reverse that situation, and then you just either ignore it or you pretend like that person's being too serious about caring about finance. You know, it gets to a point where it's just very exhausting, and I've kind of stopped trying to reach out to people that I know to try and get them into it now. So now I'm just like, you know what? I'll put my knowledge out on YouTube. You know, the people that want to hear me will come to me, and I'll be able to learn off like really good creators as well, because like I've connected with so many other young people on Instagram now that are also doing the same thing that I'm doing, that are doing even better than me, to be honest. Loads of people doing even better than me, and that's great, because, you know, we can learn from each other, and that's essentially what I want. So just to kind of be a tiny bit more specific on the kind of videos you can be expected. So the same way that I do monthly updates on my Instagram, it's shameless plug. Please follow me on Instagram to be more up to date, and you can actually see every individual investment that I've made. I kind of do monthly updates, just kind of showing you what I've bought this month, and just kind of giving a general summary on how I feel about things. And I post a lot on Instagram about my general feelings on the market, so I think that's a pretty fun place to look if you want to keep more up to date. But yeah, so every time I post a monthly update on my Instagram from now on, I'll try and create a video that I also explain my thoughts behind my investments and where I'm planning to go, and just kind of detail my thoughts on the market at that point in time. I think that'll be pretty interesting. I want to do some videos on just investment education, financial education, just the same process that I've gone through in this past 6 months to get to the point where I am now. Just, I think that'll be useful for people. Yeah, we'll see where it goes. And I think another really fun thing is just kind of seeing my dividend payments. Like, that would be very... I think everyone can kind of look up people like Graham Stephan or other people that are just like, you know, earning so much money. But I think it's another thing to kind of see, okay, this person's just started. What kind of money are they making? Oh, and you can see my progress. I think maybe that'll be interesting, and see where I am 10 years from now, and just having to actually follow that journey. I think that'll be pretty fun. Hopefully I stay more consistent with this YouTube than I have with my others, but, you know, we don't need to get into that. So yeah, guys, that's really about it. Like I said, short and sweet video. Well, I hope it is. You know, with all my freaking stuttering, trust me, I would have been editing this for hours. But please follow my Instagram, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.